Hi everyone, I have been sent this really different and actually very interesting looking colouring book to do a flip through of and sort of mini review really. So this is Microscopic Marvels. This is by Jennifer Delaney, and I just tell you before we start about the size of it. It's always nice to know. So it is 9.5, nearly 10 actually inches by the same, nearly 10 inches, or for those who like centimetres, it is just over 25, so it's quite a nice large size colouring book. Now the cover has got a little bit of shiny bits on here and here, so that's quite fun, and some of the illustrations I assume for inside. I haven't had a look, and it says here: vaccines, viruses, algae and fungi. Discover the wonderful world of science through colouring. So I think this is got a sort of multi-purpose. It's sort of obviously for people who enjoy colouring, but also might be for people who want to learn something while they're doing it, or even people who are studying this area. You know, it might be a relaxing way to wind down while you do a little bit of learning. But I think it's quite interesting, to be honest. So let's have a look inside. So here is our first page. That piece of paper is just from the publisher, because it was sent to me from the publisher. So we have a this French flap, and it says, this distinctive colouring book explores the beauty of microscopic life, from vaccines and viruses to protozoa and algae. Go on a journey of scientific discovery as your colours illuminate a hidden world beyond the limits of our own vision. Bring to life the nucleocapsid protein of the COVID-19 virus, the overlapping frill of the Delphinium peregrinum seed, and the shell-like carapace of a water flea, as you discover the startling and unexpected beauty of life under the lens. Containing over 60 detailed illustrations from the natural world, including a coronavirus vaccine on the cover and inside, this book is a calming celebration of small science. And here inside the cover, now this cover is quite shiny, whereas this bit is more matte, so it could possibly be okay to colour this. I always find covers a little bit tricky, but if you like to colour covers, I think you could do that one. Let's pop that a little bit more into view. So here is our main title page. I don't know what these are. I have got a list of what's in the book. It's actually in the back, but I doesn't tell you what that one is, I don't think. So here we have the acknowledgements. I won't read you those. Now there is a foreword here in the book by Luke O'Neill, all about the microscope being discovered and about the book itself. And it also says that you might have to imagine what colours are in the book. I mean, obviously you could look the things up, but it might be more fun. I mean, these to me look like they could be little sweets, candies, you know. So it might be that you want to make them up and make up some fun colours. So the first section of the book is on viruses. So all of these are what different viruses look like, and I can tell you about which one's which from the info I have. It tells you in the back of the book. I can show you very quickly. Here, look, what it is, and with a little description about it, so you can learn before or while you colour, which is fun. So this one is Ebola, and this is HIV. It's amazing how completely different they look, I think. This is influenza. This is virus, which is a really large and complex virus apparently. This is bacteriophage. Gosh, they look interesting. This is rabies lysovirus. Wow. This double page is Zika virus. This is COVID, SARS-CoV-2. Okay. It's interesting, there's page numbers on some of them, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, so this is mRNA vaccine. So we're on to vaccines. This one, I can't see in a minute. Oh, this is Archaea, which were the earliest form of life on the planet. Wow, that's interesting. This is, we're moving on to bacteria. This is Salmonella. These are cyanobacteria. These are oscillatoria. And they're common in aquatic environments. And this tells you what colour they are actually, that they're blue and green. And you can often see them because they join together to form big mats, apparently. Now we have our protists, so we have amoeba. I've looked at amoeba under the microscope. I don't remember it looking like that. It was a long time ago though, to be honest. This is Euglena. What's this one? These two are Foraminifera, which are from the ocean. They all look different though, don't they? Really interesting. Now these are Heliozoa. They remind me of Chorlton and the Wheelies. I don't know if any of you will have memory of that kids TV show from the 1970s. Stentor. They look like little plants, I think. Look very floral. And this is quite a mixed bunch. I need to turn over my page just so I can identify what these are. Oh, it doesn't want to turn, sorry. These are radiolarians. I'm sure I'm saying them all wrong, but these are from the ocean as well. And this is a radiolarian pattern. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think that's very cool. This is algae. So this particular algae is a Triceratium pantaskeki. Wow. Yeah. This is Cosmarium. There's all sorts of different ones there. Quite fun. This one I find really interesting. I love the 3D nature of this sort of spherical. And it is called Coccolithophore. And it's on the next page as well. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, look. Well, those are fun. Those are fun to colour. Really fun. These are cool. These are dividing desmids, which are single-celled plants, and they're actually dividing in the in this picture. And on this page we have Licmophora, which is found in Guam, apparently, on coral reefs. These are diatoms. They're fun. I like them. I like them a lot. Where are we? Oh, I think I've got, oh no. These are Pediastrum, which are algae. These are Cyanura, which are also, oh, they're all algae, aren't they? They're in the algae category. I like the algae. Nice. This is Triceratium morlandi, and this one is Triceratium polycystinorum. And this double page is Rolvox. Now I read the info actually. I thought it was about time I read you the sort of info you get. These spherical colonies of freshwater green algae contain up to 50,000 individual cells. Cells are held together by cytoplasm, which allows the whole colony to swim in a coordinated manner. The colony has a front and a rear. Cells at the front have more developed eye spots, which helps them move towards light sources. So you learn as you go, which I think is really interesting. Now this one, is, let me check, hang on, page 50, desmids. They're a type of green algae. So here we're moving on to plants, which is interesting. So this is a minim hornum leaf cross section. Okay. And this one is a clematis or clematis cross section. I like that. And this one is a Hipperis vulgaris cross section. I do like these plants. Very cool. Lots of green, but you don't have to colour them green. This one is number 54. This is a tulip cross section. And normally I don't like page numbers on books, but it's really useful on this one. You can find out what it is, find out about it. You probably wouldn't necessarily do a background anyway. This is a Lactuca virosa cross section, which is a wild lettuce. This is a strange one. What's this? Fern sorry. So it's a sorry. So it's a spore from a fern, or a fern producing spores. This one here is Hypericum perforatum, which is St. John's wort. And again, it's a cross section. These are exciting. I've got to turn the page to find out what they are. But they're seeds. Wow, look at them all. Look at that. Looks like amazing. Now, what do we have here? This is Silane gallica seed. So that's a specific seed. The common catchfly, apparently. They're Mediterranean plants and in warm parts of the UK and Ireland. This one is a Calandrinia aramea seed, which is a little succulent native to southern Australia. That'll be fun to colour, don't you think? Really fun. This one is number 62, Delphinium peregrinum seed. So it's a Mediterranean native herb. And this is Portulaca grandiflora seed, or moss rose. Again, South African, that one. This is a nice one. Buxacelle pollen. So it's a type of box tree or shrub, and that's its pollen. This one is pollen. It's Passiflora cerealia, which is apparently known as the blue crown passion flower. We didn't have common names. I don't know if any of us would learn the names of flowers and plants, would we? And these are pollen grains. Look at the different shapes and sizes. You just assume they're little spherical things, don't you? It's amazing. And here we have some fungi spores. And again, look at the different shapes and sizes. Absolutely fascinating. This is, we're onto animals. Look at that. This is Aurelia aurita afria, which is the moon jellyfish. This is copepod. It's a little crustacean. And this one is Daphnia magna. So they're water fleas. I think I've seen water fleas when I've been doing pond dipping and things. This one here is a dragonfly larvae. Yeah, I've seen these when I've been pond dipping. And this is a dragonfly wingpan. Ooh. Can imagine the colours you could do that in. This here is a Denaxus plexipus wing, which is the Monarch Butterfly. So that's a Monarch Butterfly wing. Wow. And these are astrocods, which are crustaceans known as sea shrimps. They're so little. This is a strange looking one. This is a phronid, or a horseshoe worm. It's a marine animal with tentacles to filter feed. This one here is Polyarthra longirum remis, which is a rotifer or a wheel animal. And they have a circular arrangement of cilia, which resembles a rotating wheel. Okay, oops, I can't turn the page, here we go. Ooh, I'm not very keen on the worm look of that. That is page 78, a polychaete larvae. They're a type of worm. Okay, if it's a worm, maybe it's okay, but it's got ears. This one is a Polyphemus pediculus, and it's a type of crustacean related to a water flea. This one here, this is rotifer. Okay, I've got to turn my page to find what the next one is. Oh, here we go. This is the Sapphirina darwini, which is a copepod. Oh, I think I know what these are. I can't remember. Let's see. Yes, they're tardigrades. Now, these are water bears, and they're found everywhere in the Earth's biosphere, and they're extremely resilient. My children are obsessed by these. They can survive extreme temperatures, pressure, they can survive being starved, they can survive radiation and dehydration. And so they went to a talk at a science fair about them and what we can learn from these in order to live longer as humans. But we don't have all of the sort of capabilities that they have. But a lot of older people went to the talk, and apparently he said you have to start young with whatever it was he recommended that I can't remember, so I think a lot of them were disappointed. But anyway, this is a Psyllidae polychaete. It's another type of worm. Here we have a tardigrade pattern, it says. Apparently they're the first animals to survive exposure to outer space, and they can survive without food or water for 30 years. 30 years. These are tardigrade eggs. This is a Holopedium gibberum, and it is a water flea. We have a lot of water fleas, don't we? These are Tomopteris helgolandica, which are marine planktonic animals. This is testing my, that looks like a heart. Do you think it looks like a heart? It is a Cladorsia, or a water flea. And this is the last one, and it's an ovary cross-section of a Lophius piscatorius, which is an anglerfish. And then in the back we have, this is what I've been using to, I have a copy. So an explanation of all the critters and what they are. And we have the same pattern on the back. And we have a little bit of information about the author here, which I shall read to you. Jennifer Delaney is a self-trained illustrator based in Derry, Northern Ireland. Jennifer uses both art and science as a means to investigate and make sense of the world in which we live. She delivers colouring workshops that engage the young and old, covering topics such as microscopy, botany and astronomy. Now, this isn't her first book. It doesn't say that she has other books here. They may have not been published by this publisher, of course. Now, she does have, I'm sure she has an astronomy related book. So if your kids or you are really interested in science, these type stuff, or anyone you know, then it's worth having a look at her on Amazon and have a look at her other books, because I think they might be self-published. They might, I can't remember, but they might be of interest as well. But there we go. That was, now the Professor Luke O'Neill says on the back, now Professor Luke O'Neill apparently is quite famous in Ireland. He spoke out quite a lot during during COVID times, making announcements and things. And he says, get colouring and let yourself be inspired by the marvels of the microscopic world as you make way through this fascinating and important book. So there we go. That, as I say, that's really quite different to colouring books that I've done before or reviewed before or really even seen before. But I find it really fascinating. If you're interested in science or know anyone who is, I think it would make a fantastic gift, you know, to someone who's doing maybe A-level biology and needs a little bit of downtime to do something creative or things like that. I think it helps, or is sort of a scientist or working in the science field. But even if you're not, I think that some of the plants particularly and seeds were really of interest to me, but you may have found particular bits and bobs in there that you felt you wanted to colour, and I think some really bright colour in that book could be brilliant. So anyway, that is that book. I hope that was fun for you and a bit different. Thank you so much for watching, and I will put a link in the description to where you can get the book from. It only came out yesterday, so hopefully it'll be available. And as I say, I put a couple of links. I'll put UK and US links in there so you can get hold of it. So thank you so much for watching, and happy colouring.